everyone, welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host, Jennifer. I wanted to first and foremost tell you a happy Thanksgiving. It is Thanksgiving today here in the United States, and I know that not all of you are in the United States and not all of you celebrate Thanksgiving the way that we do, but I did want to pop on and make sure that you had a little company today on Thanksgiving, wherever you are in the world. So with that, I was trying to think about what would be the perfect video to come on and talk to you guys about on Thanksgiving Day. And I thought about videotaping me recording or chopping up the vegetables to make, some of the dinner for Thanksgiving dinner, which is, I'm recording this on Wednesday, but for tomorrow, Thanksgiving Day. I thought about, doing a family thing. I thought about what would be the best thing that I could do for Thanksgiving. And it really came to me as like, what I want to come on here and just say what I'm thankful for. I want to just remind all of you, even if things are hard, if you're struggling, if you're going through things that are profound in your life, like just take a minute to be thankful for what you do have, no matter what it is, very small things. I know that there are quite a few of you on here, some people that I have grown very close to that are suffering with cancer and going through chemo and radiation. There are a lot of you who have lost a spouse in the past couple of years or a very close person in your family. Like, I understand there's a lot of people suffering, and the past couple of years have been really hard on a lot of us. And I'm going to share a couple of stories. I'm going to give you my list of what I'm thankful for. But I want to remind you to also try to find things in your life that you are thankful for. Changing your mindset and being grateful and thankful, even in pain and sorrow, will help you to heal, and it will help you to get through what you're going through. And I know this from experience. Even though it is very hard when you're in those moments to be thankful, it does help to stop and find things to be grateful for. For example, when I first moved in with Mr. Cinnamon, and I've told this story in the past on this channel, we had nothing. We moved into a tiny one-bedroom apartment that we could barely afford. We had no furniture. We had nothing. We moved in with our clothes. We had to go to Family Dollar and buy one single soup pot and one spoon so that we could eat ramen noodles. That is what we started and built our life on. I was able to take from my parents' home a pillow and a blanket, which we shared, and that's all we had. We had nothing else. We had a completely empty apartment. We slept on the floor with one pillow and one blanket. So from the very get-go, the very beginning of our relationship, I would lay down my head at night and pray prayers of thanks for the pillow and the blanket and for the spoon and the pot that we had. So I know what it's like to not have anything. I know what it's like to want things that you cannot attain or need things that you cannot attain. I get that. For me, that really instilled something deep and profound inside of me to just be thankful in everything. And it's not easy sometimes, because sometimes I'm not thankful. I'm angry and I'm hurting, And then later on in my life, a couple years down the road, I started to get really bad anxiety. And I've had anxiety my whole life from traumas that I experienced as a child. I've always had, I would have panic attacks at a very young age. And I didn't understand what was happening. And that's scary for a little kid. And so when I started having anxiety attacks and panic attacks as an adult with Mr. Cinnamon, I didn't know how to process them. He didn't know how to deal with it. And so to be able to sleep at night, I would just lay down my head. And again, I would say prayers of thanks. And I would try to keep my mind on what I'm grateful for instead of the worries and the pain that I was dealing with and the scared and all of that. So that's just where I would start. Is I would just lay down my head and I would just... And it's like that Bing Crosby song from the movie White Christmas. You go to sleep counting your blessings. That song is so special to me because that's how I've dealt with stuff in my life. Is I go to sleep counting my blessings instead of counting all of the things that... And it also helps me when I hyper focus on stuff that, like, when something bad is going on in my life, I tend to hyper focus on it, and just trying to be positive and counting my blessings has helped greatly. So after all of that public service announcement. Let's get down to the brass tacks. What am I thankful for? I did mention in Monday's video that I'm thankful for all of you, and I'm going to revisit that again at the end of this video. But I also want to say that I am so thankful, and this is going to sound silly, for one podcaster in particular. And I know that she knows of me. I know this. She's a very big podcaster, and to me, she is the queen, and I've mentioned her before. I am very thankful for Jada and Stitches. And the reason I am so thankful for Jada and Stitches is because she taught me how to crochet. Now, that may not be a big deal. Like, anybody could teach you how to crochet, but it's more than that. She gave me so many tools that I have been able to use on my own to not only design my own things, but do things that I never dreamed I would be able to do. Jada and Stitches taught me to be confident in myself and in my crochet, and now in my knitting. Even last week, she commented on a video basically like confirming with me to get out of your own head and stop being afraid and just do things, you know? And to me, that means everything to me. She also gave me a piece of my mom back, because my mom tried to teach me to crochet when I was a child, and it did not work out because she had her own issues, you know? She was very perfectionist, and she would rip back my work after hours, and then I would get frustrated. So I never picked up crochet because of that. But now, like, I have a little piece of her back. Like, there's some times where I just imagine I'm sitting with her crocheting, because I can feel her energy with me when I knit and crochet. And knitting, her mind would have been blown if she saw me knitting, you know? She's never knit. She didn't know how to knit. And the things that I'm able to do with crochet, she was not that advanced. She was a very basic, and I apologize if I get teary-eyed, but like, this is all very, very personal to me. Very personal. So Jada gave me a piece of my mom back. She gave me confidence in myself, and pretty much she gave me this channel. I mean, she didn't directly give me this channel. She gave me the gifts and the passion and the joy with these yarns. And because of Jada, I have this channel. Because of Jada, I'm able to create things that I never imagined. So I am so thankful for Jada and Stitches and her channel and all the hard work she does for her channel. And honestly, there was a time when, and it was a couple of years ago when I first discovered Jada, I first discovered crochet. There was a time where it was really hard on me. I had my sister living with us and both of my nieces. And without getting into too much detail, I went from a mom of 1 to a mom of 4 plus 2 other adults. So there was a lot of just pressure on me, and there was a lot of chaos in my house, like really fast. And it was a very hard time in my life for so many reasons that I don't want to get into. And my peace was watching Jada and Stitches, and I would watch her videos, and I didn't care if I was making what she was making, or if I was just listening to her talk. But that would be, I would go and I would put headphones on at night, and I would just listen to her talk, and it would just bring me peace, and it got me through like a hard time, you know, aside from teaching me all that she has taught me. So Jada, if you're watching this video, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You will never know all of the gifts that you gave to me through teaching me to crochet. So thank you. Now I feel like a fool crying in front of Jada. So let's get on to some other things that we're thankful for. I obviously am thankful for the basics. I am so grateful to have a roof over my head and a warm house at that. And I am thankful for all of my beautiful yarn. I am thankful for my kids. And I am thankful for the ability to help my other kids, my bonus kids. I am very thankful that I have been blessed enough to be able to help my nieces, all of them, whether they want that help or not. I've been able to. I am thankful for baby Paprika, because baby Paprika is my little sister, not my older sister, and not the mother of my 2 older nieces. She lives in Michigan, and she has been my absolute best friend the past couple of years. Um, when my dad died, she stepped in a huge way, and she didn't know this at the time. My dad used to call me on Wednesdays, and I didn't tell anybody that. He called me on Wednesdays. And he would also sometimes call me on Fridays, but Wednesdays he called me regularly, and we would talk for hours. And when he passed away, there was a void. And that was almost 3.5, almost 4 years ago. And my sister, baby Paprika, or Danielle, as we will call her, she started calling me on Wednesdays. And for so many reasons, she helped me get through that. That was very, very difficult for me to go through. I didn't think I would survive that. She helped me by calling me on Wednesdays and filling the void, and she had no idea. And just one day I was like, do you know Dad used to call me on Wednesdays? She's like, no, I didn't know that. But also, she gave birth to little girl. She gave birth to baby Adora 2 weeks after our dad passed away. And so giving me the gift of having another niece, like really, really, that was a big deal. That little girl helped me too, because she would get on video chat with me and she would just like light up my whole day. So I'm very thankful for her. And now she's my biggest supporter. She supports everything I do on this channel. She's like the one running the Facebook group. Like, it's her. She's doing it all. I'm just there. I make guest appearances. And it's her. It's her. She's my absolute best friend in the whole world. And no matter what cockamamie thing I call her with, she is supportive. No matter what I decide. I called her one time and I was like, I think maybe I should just stop doing channel reviews. I think I should stop Cinnamon Stitches. I think I should just wrap it up and be done. And she's all, well, if that's what you need, I support you. And what I expected her to do is be like, no, that's silly. Like, you're fine. Just keep doing what you're doing. But she saw that I was having a hard time, and she supported me no matter what I decided. That is rare in this world, to have someone fully support you like that. And I could never tell her thank you enough for being here for me. And she's my best friend, and she will answer the phone day or night when I call. And I do the same thing back for her. And it is one of the very few relationships I've had in my life where it is balanced and it is equal. And it has not always been that way, because God help me, I hated her when she was little. She was a brat. She was always getting me in trouble. She was a brat. She would steal my stuff. She would lie, give me trouble. She would purposely egg me on to get me to snap at her, and then would run and tattle. Yeah, she was a brat. But, you know, I never imagined that we would be close like we are. I never imagined she would be my absolute best friend. I mean, aside from Mr. Cinnamon, obviously, but like, she's also there to listen to me when I have a gripe about Mr. Cinnamon, which is fantastic. But I am really, really thankful for her. I am also thankful for my kids. I had infertility issues for years and years, and they both were miracles. And they both have been like the greatest blessings of my entire life. And they make me a better person just by existing. So I will say that. I'm proud of both of them, and I love them. And yeah, so let's get down to it. I also want to thank all of you. You guys just being here, and I said this in Monday's video, so I may be repeating myself. You guys being here and supporting me the way that you do has meant everything to me. I have not had a community rally around me ever in my life. I was the black sheep of my family growing up. I was not always treated the best. My older sister, not baby Paprika, was like favored by everyone, and I was kind of like discarded, is what it felt like growing up. And that's why I'm still very humble with all of this, because I don't fully understand it, because I've never had it before. I've never had people just like me so much. I've never had that. And so I appreciate you guys just being here, liking my videos, commenting, showing me love. Like, you guys There is so much love that I feel coming from you. It is hard to describe what that does for a person. It's crazy. And I totally knew I was going to cry through this whole dang on video. I just knew it. I get some videos where I cry like this, and people are like, you should get your hormones checked. Like, you're probably in menopause. Yeah, I am in menopause. I don't have ovaries. I am in menopause. I have a little sliver of an ovary left. That's all I got. That's all I got. So yeah, my hormones are messed up, but I'm a very sensitive person, and I always have been. I'm very sensitive. And for a long time, I would not allow myself to cry because I would build up these walls and not let people pass them just to protect myself. And so now that I let the walls down and I let people in, I cry easily. My dad, my dad was a weightlifter. He was a biker. He was a truck driver. Some say he looked like Hulk Hogan. I will pop up a picture of my dad. He was Mr. Tough Guy. And when he got older, he cried all the time. Like, he very easily. And I think that was his hormones. But, like, he was very sensitive when he grew up. He did. When he grew up. When he got past, like, 45, 50, he became very sensitive. And he was like this. So, I blame my dad for being a crybaby. Which I would never say to his face. But because I'm so thankful for all of you, I am going to do a little giveaway, and I don't know what's going to be in it yet. I have lots of new yarns that have recently come into my possession, including some beautiful premier yarns, and I will absolutely share some of that with you. I don't know what, but I'm going to put together a giveaway box, and we're going to start off a season of giving. We're going to do Thanksgiving giveaway. So, this is a giveaway video. If you've made it this far past my blubbering and crying, and just comment below. I want to know what you're thankful for. And you don't have to suck up and say, I'm thankful for you, Cinnamon Stitches. But, like, hey, if you are, if that's truly what you're thankful for, you can put that in the comments. But don't do it to suck up, because that's not how you're going to win. I'm going to do this completely random and completely fair and just do the random thingy. But I do appreciate, I want you all to share. And if it's as simple as you have a pillow, you can share that with me, because I understand what it's like to only have that in your life. It's like, I'm thankful to have a pillow that I have to share. And can I tell you, when I shared that pillow with Mr. Cinnamon back in the day, he is a snorer. I fully believe he has sleep apnea, although he refuses to go to the doctor to get tested for it. And I know that's dangerous and it's stupid, but he's whatever. So he would lay on my pillow right here and just make the god-awfulest noises. And even then, I was thankful for that pillow for both of us to share. Can I tell you that? So, with that, just comment below that you're thankful for, what you're thankful for, and I will pick a winner sometime next week when I have the time. And yeah, I'm thankful for all of you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.